Guys, in this video I'm going to be ranking the new 1.21 update on this little tier list I got. It goes S, A, B, C, D, and F. S being the best, F being the worst. First up, we got all of the new copper items. Now I do like the fact that they finally added more copper usage, but at the same time it's not really that nice. There's the new copper bulbs, which can use redstone to light up, but even when you light them up like so, it gives it that little red dot in the middle, and it just kind of ruins it for me. Then we got all the doors, which I think they're pretty dope. I don't really get the lock on them. I wish you could actually lock them. I think that'd be a cool idea. And the copper grate, I think that'd be cool for detailing, but it all depends on what block you have underneath, because otherwise it's kind of weird. Then there's of course the chiseled copper, which I think it's pretty dope. Cool way to detail your copper builds. And ending it off with the trapdoors. Trapdoors kind of just like the normal doors, except way better. Honestly, I like the trapdoors way more than the normal doors. I don't know why, I could just see these being used way more. With that being said, I think the copper will go into B tier. Next up is the new tuff. We got walls, stairs, slabs, and other chiseled items. Here are the walls. I like them, especially because I love building castles. I've built many castles in the past. Here's a couple pictures of castles. Those are all the ones that I've built recently, so I think they could be used perfectly, especially with all these other pieces of tuff. Polished tuff is even better. Same with the chiseled tuff brick. I think these could be great accent blocks. In the future, there's definitely going to be new castles with this. The new tuff brick is dope. I think I love the texture to it. It's way better than normal stone bricks in my opinion. And as of right now, there's already one YouTube short with the new tuff bricks. Can't forget about the chiseled tuff though. This one kind of reminds me of like a desert temple vibe, but in the jungle. Like if they did an updated jungle temple, this is what they definitely use, or they should use, in my opinion. So I think this tuff definitely is an A tier item. Next up are the new keys and vaults. These can be found in the new chambers, and the way it works is you'll find one of these vaults sitting in the new chambers. As you can see, there's different blocks and items going through them, and whenever you think you want that one, you just take a normal trial key and you click it, and whatever comes out of it is what you get. Now these items can disappear if you leave them there for too long. Here's the new wind charge, which I'll be talking about in a little bit. But you can't get the ominous trial key like vault, even in creative. So this works the exact same way, except better loot and more items. I like the idea of the vaults, but I think the items could be a little better, and the spawn rate could be a little better. I think sometimes it gives you 2 items, sometimes it'll give you like 6. It all just depends on how lucky you get. Like over there I got 2 items, but this time I get 3 different spawns. The arrows is a little much. They spawn arrows just about every single time, and it gets a little redundant. Overall, I don't mind them. I think it'll go into B. For this next one, I actually had to turn it to night because we're going to be trying out the new Breeze, Bogged, and Trial Spawner. And this Trial Spawner, the way it works, it's just like a normal spawner, except the more people near it, the more mobs it'll create, and the harder difficulty. So if there's one person, it might spawn just a couple zombies, but if it's you and all of your buddies, there could be just a million spiders. Now in these spawners, they can spawn Bogged, which are new skeletons that are almost swamp type, and I think these are absolutely amazing, and I love the way they look. I wish that this is what skeletons look like every time they spawn in the swamp. I think that would be amazing. And next up is the Breeze, which is almost like this little tornado thing, and it shoots wind charges at you, which I'll talk about later, and when you kill them, they'll drop breeze rods, kind of like a blaze, dropping blaze rods. I don't know where he's going. He's out of here. But yeah, I think the new trial spawner is an A tier. I like the idea of it, making a harder challenge for you and your friends to play. The Bogged is definitely an S tier. I love the way it looks. It's just a dope, almost swamp skeleton. And they can even come with enchanted bows and armor, just like normal skeletons can. They just got a cool redesign. And the Breeze, I'd say that's a C tier. I don't really like the Breeze, and it's definitely an annoying mob to fight. But overall, it does look pretty cool. I don't know what they keep looking at. There's nothing down there. But it's a cool concept. I'm just not really a fan of it. For this next one, I'm going to be showing you the new Wind Charge, Mace, Heavy Core, and Breeze Rod. You craft this mace using the Heavy Core, which you can find in the chambers, and the Breeze Rod, which you get from killing the Breeze. It only takes one of each to create a new mace. Now the mace, the way it works is I can hit something just fine, and it won't die. But if I drop from a high above, as you can see there's cows in here, if I drop from this pole and I hit them, it'll do even more damage. The higher you are and the more you fall, then the more damage it does. As you can see, there is more cows down there. And if I jump from all the way up here, I can fully kill that cow. Now, normally, if you put the right enchant on it, you can kill all of them at the same time, which I'll be going over later. But this new mace is the new way of combat, meaning you could use these new wind charges, which almost kind of work as eggs normally, but if you shoot them at your feet, you can jump up to get more height and almost hit trick shots with the new mace, which I think is pretty dope. You can place these new heavy cores, and it's a cool decoration, but that's all you pretty much you can do with them. Even from up here, I can one-shot this cow. If you go high enough and you don't get it to despawn, you could kill the warden in one shot, theoretically, with this new mace. Or you could just kill this cow. Overall, I think the mace is an S tier, the wind charge is a B tier, the new heavy core is an F tier, because all you can really do with it is make maces. Without it, that's all you can do. Like, without the mace, these things are literally, there's no reason for them. And the Breeze Rod, I'd probably put them in D, just because they can also be used to create wind charges and to make the mace. For these next new items, we got the new wolf armor, the armadillo, and of course we're going to need a wolf for this demonstration. I get the wolf armor wasn't exactly in the new update, same with the armadillos, but they basically were, so we're going to count it. Well, that's not what I need. I need an adult for this one. I'm going to put you down. I need another one, and I'm going to need 3 in total for this demonstration. So basically what this wolf armor does is it's exactly like normal human armor. It'll make the wolf stronger to where they can even take multiple netherite sword hits before the armor does anything bad. So first up we got red armor, which it can all be dyed just like leather armor. We can do green. We can even do yellow. So now all these dogs are way stronger to the point where look at that. They're just fine. It actually takes around 3 to 4 hits to even break the armor. Now the dog will actually feel it. Before, it does no damage to the actual dog, and it's all to the armor. Now, I know I'm hitting the dog, but the dog didn't take any damage, so don't come at me. And the way you get the wolf armor is by using armadillo shells. Basically, when you have 2 armadillos, it's just like the turtle shells. When the turtles breed and then the egg breaks, it drops a little scoot. Just like these guys, they breed and then the baby drops a little armor shell. And basically what that is, if I can even find it in this new update, I don't even know where any of this stuff is anymore. Normally I do. Something just dropped. Look at that, they all get scared. But if I actually knew where stuff was before I made a video, I would show you guys exactly what it looks like. I think it's somewhere in here. There it is, armadillo scoot. Just like a turtle scoot. And look at these guys. They are literally armadillos. They roll up when somebody comes near them, and they get all scared. But here's what they look like. It would drop just like that next to them. And then you take them, you craft the armor, you can dye it if you want, and put it on your dog so your dog does not die, and your server with all your friends does not get completely destroyed. I forgot to say, the wolf armor goes in S tier, and the armadillo probably goes in B tier. Got the brand new enchantments. All 3 of them are for the mace. First up, we're going to do density. It can go all the way up to density 5. And the same way it works is sharpness, pretty much. So the more density you have, the less blocks you have to fall to do the same damage. So if I fall from 10 blocks without density, it'll say, let's do 15 damage. But if I fall from that same height with density 5, it could do 4 times that or 5 times that. Up here, I'm 44 blocks up, and this is how far you'd have to fall to one-shot the Warden. This is it. This is all you have to fall. As long as you have density 5 on your mace, all you'd have to do is drop down and then pop him. Next up is Breach. Now, Breach goes all the way up to 4. And just standing on these 3 blocks, if there was a person standing here in full netherite gear, I could jump off, hit them, and they would die, even with full netherite armor. So the way Breach works is the more they fall, the way Breach works is the more armor they have, it doesn't matter. As long as you got Breach, that armor is not going to stop you. But finally, we have Wind Burst. Now, Wind Burst goes all the way up to 3, and it kind of works just like a Wind Charge. So we got a Ravager right here, and if I jump up and hit him, it'll work just like a Wind Charge. And then lastly, we have Wind Burst, which goes all the way up to 3, and it kind of works just like a Wind Charge, where as long as I just drop in a little bit, it'll just bounce me right back up, and I can just keep doing this until the Ravager finally dies. And you can do this with any mob. Obviously, if they're too weak, then it won't really matter. But overall, I love these enchantments. I especially like Wind Charge. I think Wind Charge should go A tier. Density, probably also A tier. And Breach, honestly, C tier. I don't think Breach is that important. As long as you have good density, you should be pretty well off. Next up, we got the new Ominous Bottles. Now, it's just like a potion, except these ones don't give you a good effect, they give you bad omen. Now, obviously that could be good if that's what you really want to do. You get them from the new chambers and the new little spawners that they have with the keys, and it goes all the way up to Bad Omen 5, and it works just like how you think it would. You go into a village, it'll start a raid, and that's all you have to do. So no more killing a pillager with a banner and trying to find them. Obviously, you want Bad Omen 5 99% of the time, because that has the most spawns for totems and more emeralds and everything like that. But overall, I like the idea of it because it just makes doing raids way more easy and way easier to do. So I'm going to kind of join them all together in one. I think this is definitely an A tier item. I mean, I think it's a great idea, and I don't see why you wouldn't want that. We have the new potions, and that includes, of course, tipped arrows and all the types of potions. Now we got Weaving, Oozing, Infestation, and Wind Charging. Now I'm going to show you how all these work. Of course, there's tipped arrows and the lingering potions as well. And basically, if I throw the Infestation potion on him, and he has it, there's a 10% chance as I hit him, he will spawn Silverfish. Now this could be great for mob farms and to get more drops from it. Of course, now it won't want to spawn. He does still have it though. Here, I'll give him another one real quick. And of course he doesn't spawn it. But trust me, they spawn 10% of the time, or is supposed to, as you can see. Next up is Oozing. Now Oozing is kind of the same thing, but as they die, which will speed this up, after he dies, he'll spawn, there's a chance he spawns 2 medium slimes just like that. So let me show you again. After he's dead, 2 medium spawns of slimes. Geez, that's not how you say that. But this next potion, Weaving, if I hit him with it, after he dies, he will spawn webs. And since I have Weaving on me, I can walk through these significantly quicker than without it. And that could be helpful, but also could also not be. It just depends on what you want to do. But the final potion is, I keep getting baby zombies, is Wind Charging. Now if I give that to him, after he dies, he will give the Wind Charge effect, just like that, which could be helpful for mob farms and overall just pushing enemies away. But I'd say all these are pretty useful. It even works on the baby mobs, just not as well, I feel like. But yeah, cool potions, I'd say. I think Potion of Infestation is probably a D tier. I don't know why you'd want Silverfish, they don't drop anything. Potion of Oozing, definitely B tier. I mean, having part Slime Farm, part Zombie Farm or Creeper Farm could be super useful. Potion of Weaving, probably C tier. I mean, those cobwebs are going to get annoying, for sure. I mean, it helps when you're trying to go through mine shafts and you can get through those cobwebs better. But other than that, I don't see why you'd want it. And then finally, Wind Charging, probably F tier, honestly. I mean, it's not that useful. You can give a mob a little bit of boost. But I mean, that's it. As you can see, I put it on this slime, I kill him, it'll just boost. I mean, I guess in that scenario, it was actually pretty cool. But other than that, I mean, it kind of sucks. For our last item in this update, we got the new crafter, probably the most hyped up item so far. Basically, all you got to do, I'm going to make some torches. So you put it in the crafting recipe, you block out all the other ones, because you could have a hopper feed items into it, and they'll go in these exact same slots, and you could completely make up a whole farm for it. But literally, all you got to do, click that, and boom, they'll spawn. Or if you don't want to do that, you could put a lever on it, and you could just spam click it, giving you all the torches you could ever want, or whichever you're trying to craft. These are super helpful, and I think especially with gold farms, with all those gold nuggets, if you use a crafter instead, that could be completely crazy. Crafter, I'm sure you could all see it coming. It's going in the S tier. We've been asking for it for years. We finally got it, and they did not disappoint on this one. I'm going to be showing you the final things of this update. Now, next up, we got the paintings. Of course, there was paintings in the game before, but they added 20 plus more paintings, and I got some of my favorites from the new update right here. First up, we got a dude riding a horse. I think this is dope to put up in like a cool castle. Of course, a nice little rose painting. Not much to say about that. A cool cake one with a dope sunflower laying on it. Now this one's probably my favorite out of all of them. It's funny to put villagers on a painting. I don't know why. This one's super abstract. It kind of looks like a pathway going up like a mountain. That's just what I think. Right here, I don't really know what's going on here. It's kind of like a brick wall with a corner. I'm not even really sure. This one though, this one's dope. You get a little pig in the water. Dope Minecraft one. It just screams Minecraft really. And I think this needed to be added a long time ago. This one, I like this one a lot. The girl sitting in the water with the skeleton. Not even really sure what it means, but it looks cool. I know that for sure. But the final item in this video will be the arrow of slow falling. Now you're probably thinking, that's been in the game for a while. Well, that doesn't matter, because it's way more useful now. Because if you see a guy jumping at you with a mace in his hand, if you shoot him with this slow falling arrow, it will completely stop all of the super damage that it will do. Even if he has density 5 or breach, it doesn't matter. If you hit him with this arrow, it will just do as much damage as me standing here and hitting you just like that. So if you don't want to die to a mace that's super scary, hit him with a slow falling arrow and you should be good. Or even using a slow falling potion. But overall, I think the paintings definitely deserve an A tier. They did really good on the paintings this time. And the slow falling arrows, those aren't new, so I'm not going to put them on here. But if I did, they'd probably go C tier. Because unless the enemy has a mace, not really useful. But thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button if you want to see another tier list. I hope you agree with most of these things. And if you don't, that's okay, because it's not your list, so you don't have to agree. But let me know down in the comments what is your favorite item. And I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification button for my next video. See you guys later.